Hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. I'm DC. You can find me everywhere under DC Lasair. That's DC Lasair. Go follow all of my links, dclasair.com, which is powered by Doris.2. That's .to. And if you like what you see there, use my affiliate link and use my affiliate code for a discount. That's DC Lasair, DCLASAIR, to get 3% off for 3 months. It's a fabulous link in bio site, blog site. They have link shortening, and you can do brand accounts. So check them out. It's really fantastic. And, it powers everything I do off of Twitch and not involving StreamerBot. So, yeah. All right. So today is another Tech Friday. Yay! And we're talking about mic arms. I've been considering a new mic arm ever since Elgato announced their new mic arm Pro. And since then, there's a couple other ones that have come up in my timeline that look pretty good. So future decisions. And we'll be going over those. Right now, this microphone right here is attached to the Elgato low-profile mic arm. And I like this because Elgato came along and said, hey, what if for streamers, instead of these professional mic arms, which, come up and over, like you see in broadcast studios and everything, for streamers, we made one that was a little more convenient, that fit under their monitor. And so they came up with the low profile one. And so that's what I look for, is any mic arm that can give me the equivalent of a low profile. Right? And Elgato had this other innovation, which was being able to hide the cable with these magnetic plates, these things right here. You put the cable down underneath in the arm. You put this plate over it. It looks nice and neat. If I can put the plate back on now that I've taken it off, that'd be great. And so they came up with the Elgato Mic Arm Pro, the first mic arm we'll be looking at today. Oh, let me see if I can do a thing. Yeah. Clicking, doing things. Oh, cool. We can. Just let me adjust a thing. And okay, there we go. Shrink it down a bit. I'm adjusting a window for you all, so it'll be fun. And center. All right. So the Wave Mic Arm Pro, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Boop. And there you go. $180. Interchangeable hinge, all new suspension technology. So that's kind of cool. That you just sort of position it and it works. And, I should mention the other thing that came up with those old mic arms. Let's get back here. With the broadcast mic arms, is that they would spring, right? They worked on springs, and they would just kind of shoot up until you put the mic on, and it activated as counterweight, and then you could easily position the arm. So what Elgato seems to have done here is develop something that works like the springs without being the springs, and maybe doesn't shoot up into outer space without the mic being attached to it. And then you have to reach up and, screw the mic on. And just got kind of awkward. But they work very well, and you could still get one and use it if that fits your setup. I think for streaming, something that is the equivalent to a low-profile mic arm is much better, just for streaming needs. And so here's a picture, some lovely people, I'm sure. Mic arm for pros. So as you can see, Hinge has these caps here. Let's do the dot. Has these caps here that you can replace. So I could send someone the measurements and have them 3D print my logo and put them on there. You can get them from Elgato, but I think I'd like my logo on them, because to do this is expensive. Anyway, it has this neat rotating precision mount, as you can see. There's the magnetic hinge caps. All new suspension. And you tighten it with an Allen wrench. Tighten or loosen. And this time, the hidden channels are underneath. Their previous mic arm had them above. But now that they're underneath, I think it'll look even better. And I don't know if they show it here. Rotation 360, right? You expect that. All metal construction, great. Here, this part. A little extender arm. Little extender bit, so it can go up over anything you might have in front of it and still maintain a relatively fit below your monitor profile. So I really like this here. I think that's a cool innovation. The extra high riser does a padded clamp. Great. White and black, yeah. And, can take any mic up to 6.6 pounds. So this is one of the mic stands that I'm looking at, mic arms, that can take a significant amount of weight for a mic. 6.61 pounds of microphone is quite a bit. It has both adapters as expected. There we go. So that's the first one we're looking at, Elgato's newest. And I'm liking how it works, how it looks at things. However, a couple others came up. And, here's the link to the Pro Arm. There you go. Which was AverMedia came out with this brand they're calling FlexiGo. And they have a couple of products under there, but they also have a mic arm. So many arms. Hey, Brian, welcome on in. And I like this for a whole bunch of different reasons. Let's see how this looks real quick. Make sure I got the whole page up for y'all. Yeah, okay. All right, so here's the FlexiGo, the BA311L, which is most likely what you'll find it under if you're shopping for it on Amazon or something. And this is pretty cool. So, as you can see, it can hold a mic. They'll also hold a mirrorless camera or your cell phone or a tablet. Now you have to buy the plates for the cell phone and tablet separately, but they're available. So that's cool. So you could get a couple of these and set up cameras at odd angles and everything. Because the other thing is, all these joints here twist and turn, and you can position this however you want. It probably has the most versatile positioning out of any mic arm I've seen. Just because, you have at least 3 separate joints that you can put all the way down. See, flexible support. Look at that. One arm does the work of 2. You can set it for high profile or low profile. Rotates 360 degrees. Everything does. And there's not many. There's the middle hinge that also spins 360. The bottom hinge. And then you got this channel that can go down in. And I haven't seen this out of mic arms before, that you can position them in so many ways. And as it says, not just a mic arm, can do phone, tablet, small light. Phone, tablet holders not included and not available for purchase yet. Device weight, so this one holds about 3 pounds. Chris, hello, welcome on in. Chris has a mic arm, it appears. Awesome. And this doesn't need an Allen wrench to move around. You just tighten the knobs, as it were. So you don't need an extra tool set. So I'm looking forward to this. As you can see, someone hooked it up to the side table, has their tablet connected to it. Look at that. And so these are multi-purpose. You can use them a lot. I think this is the way to go. Now, the Elgato one is $180. This is $100. And there's all the things. It does come with 1/4 and 5/8 thread adapter, as they all should, just depending on the mic you have. There's some videos you can look at. And yeah, it just clamps onto your desk. And just the versatility that this gives you is quite amazing. I'm loving this. As you can see, 3 different uses, two small lights, and a camera pointed down at the microphone. So I'm really liking this. And then the other one to consider, yes, there's one more in my lineup, is the Logitech Compass Premium Broadcast Boom Arm. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Again, $100, so we're in the same price range as the AverMedia Flexi Go. And here's this. And they probably should have chosen a different background, but you can kind of see it here. It also doesn't need an Allen wrench to tighten it. It has these little other knobs that you twist. And it does the full 360 rotation. We've seen that. And of course, they're going to say it works with the Yeti because, well, they own the Yeti products, and they encourage you to buy Yetis down here. And again, I like this because you can keep it in a low profile, or you can bring it up high and over, like it sees. Like, look at how long you can just stretch this out for low profile. That's pretty neat. This can hold mic weight up to 2.4 pounds. So it can hold out of the mic arms we've looked at, this is the least amount of weight one can hold. Like these all around are a similar price point. As an owner of Compass, the adjusting can be fiddly with those dial knobs. Interesting. Yeah, I do like these are all around a similar price point. Yeah, and so my mic, oh man, I looked up how much my mic weighs. I would do it again. How much does the uh, Rode? So my microphone, the Rode Pod Mic USB, weighs 1.9 pounds. So it'll work with any of these. But if you have a heavier mic, the oops, where'd the Logitech go? The Logitech might not work, but I can't imagine. I mean, 2 pounds of microphone. That's a lot of microphone. Let's see, what did the Flexi Go say? Let's see here. That's its weight. Does it tell us? Max holding weight 1.5. So, yeah. So the 1.5, 1.1. So yeah, the Flexi Go will hold a little more, and then the Mic Arm Pro, I believe, we're getting like 3 pounds, was it? Or no, 6 pounds with the with the Mic Arm Pro. So that's a chunky boy mic right there. Uh, hey, so consider that too when you're looking at these arms: is how much weight can it hold, and look up how much your mic weighs as well. And so, yeah, those are the mic arms I'm considering. I think the Flexi Go might be the one just because of how I can position it, and I can easier I can put it on a different spot on my desk and easier move it out of the way. If you want chunky sound, you're gonna need a chunky mic, right? Hi, Rex. Welcome on in. Just making sure. Okay. Yeah, so those are the mic arms. I'm considering one of those three. Right now the Flexi Go is in the lead. Just because how I can position it. But something may change my mind over the weekend or whatever, or when I can actually afford to get one of these. So between now and then, but those are the three that I saw that came out recently that I really liked. I like all three of these. Like any of these would be great, but the Flexi Go one is kind of edging out everyone else with just the versatility of positioning. All right. There was another thing I wanted to show off. I found a guy on YouTube who does some interesting things. Let's see if I can find where I put that video. Oh, yeah, right here. Okay. Guy by the name of Obscure Mics on YouTube. And he does all these different microphones and everything that most people aren't paying attention to necessarily. And he brought up uh, being able to live stream for around $50 using your phone. So outside of your phone and cellular plan, just, oops, that link is wrong. Hold on. Oh, I see what I did wrong. It didn't copy the full link. It only copied part of it. Go all the way. Make sure this link works for you all. So this is a microphone and tripod with a mount. And let's get rid of the cruft here. Just get you the link on its own. Okay. There we go. And this is a very interesting product here. Now, this was only one part of it. This microphone. And he was getting pretty good sound out of this. This little thing attached to a cell phone for the stream. Right? And this little tripod. And you get the tripod kit with the Wave S1 Lite microphone. So yeah. And if you want to hear what it sounds like, this video right here. And this guy, we'll share the link in chat. Right here, and the product he is actually talking about in this is this audio interface right here. The Synodo USB you can plug in and get some good audio going. So let me put in his link into chat for that as well, if you're interested in. And yeah, so he has a little portable streaming setup for $50, and I thought that was kind of cool, and wanted to show everyone that. I'm like, all right, cool. So yeah, if you're interested in those microphones that aren't really talked about, that are smaller or just different, check out that guy. He covers those a lot. All right, let me check out those. And let's see, what else did I have today? I think we kind of had a short one as far as the tech part goes. Make sure there's nothing else being talked about that I want to look at. Turn on some music while I go through stuff. Turn it down a little. All right, what we got here. Anything? And kind of letting the ad break finish as well. Should be done now. Oh, here's something. The couple of streamers and one of the people who does a lot of coding for OBS things and various streamer bot things, and the streamer goes by Nutty. They both had Stream Deck Studios, and they figured out a way to have finite singularity control Nutty's stream through the Stream Deck Studio, and it was updating live as Nutty was typing in the things. Finite singularity had control over Nutty's stream, so here's the tweet on that. It's kind of cool. So yeah, and this was through also using, they had a direct network connection, and they were using another program. Can't remember the name of it. There's another program they were using to create the buttons with. It wasn't the straight Stream Deck. It was the what's that called? Because there's the, well, if I look it up, I'll find out. Just a second. It'd be an allergy season here. Let me go back. And products. We want the Stream Deck. Stream Deck Studio. Oh, so it works with something called BitFocus software. And now BitFocus has a pro version, and they also have a free version of their software, which was what they were using. And there's a little more programming involved with the free version of their software. So they were using the Elgato, the Elgato Stream Deck Studio, plus a certain bit of BitFocus software. And BitFocus software is mainly centered around broadcasting and, you know, connecting multiple cameras and multiple sources and letting the Stream Deck Studio go, okay, this button controls this source. All right, got it. Can do quite a bit with it. It's very powerful. But let's see if I can find the one they were using. I think it was called Buttons or something like that. Why is it products? Clarity? No, this isn't. That's not what I'm looking for. No, it has to be. Okay, here we go. Yes, bitfocus.io is their website. So don't just look up BitFocus, because there's a couple things, but what we're interested in is bitfocus.io and their companion app. And so this is their free app right here. And you can design your buttons. And this will work with regular Stream Decks as well. But the Stream Deck Studio has an extra connecting thingy that makes the latency near zero, and they had a connection set up because they had the Stream Deck Studio. They could make that happen. But you can use that companion app with regular Stream Decks as well. So yeah, take a look at that. If you want. So if you ever get a Stream Deck Studio, which is $900, and you know, can use the BitFocus companion, and you have a powerful way to control things from all sorts of places. But yeah, that was just a cool demo of what the technology can do. Also, and I didn't know this before, I just didn't read it or whatever, the Stream Deck Studio can read NFC chips. It has NFC in it. So anything NFC, you can program little NFC chips to do various things. Hold it up to the Stream Deck Studio and it'll do the NFC thing you've told the NFC chip to do. Like, that's fascinating. So yeah, that's just your cool tech demo for the week to check out. I mean, the price of it is clearly not for everyone, and that's fine. It's just cool, okay? And yeah, you can do something like that with the StreamerBot HTML deck thing, but I think this, what I pointed out, can be a little faster and might have some extra magic baked into it. So yeah, there's ways to do that without spending all that money, but that was just kind of magic. All right, I'm looking around for anything else. Let's see here. What do we have? StreamerBot is pumping out the betas, so they're going to have a new release, I would imagine, within a couple weeks. And we can talk about some of those once those go into stable. And is it time yet for break? Not yet. Nope. Okay, we got a few minutes. So, if you have any tech questions, please ask. Feel free. The floor is open today. So, anything you want to know, if you want to talk more about mic arms or anything else we've just discussed, let me know. Bit of a light week this week. And once it's time for break, we'll take break and come back, and then we'll talk about all the TTRPG stuff that we can talk about. Your question is about Hannah. Okay, how is Kitty? Hannah is doing good. There was some gutters being replaced around the house earlier in the week, and she kind of hid for those. And then they had to come back this morning at 7 a.m. Oh boy, and finish up a little bit. So they're back at 7 a.m. and I'm waking up and I'm just like, why is this happening now? So I'm a bit tired, but that came up and while they were doing their stuff, and I have a chair outside my office I can sometimes sleep in. So I came down here just to not have as much noise going on around me. And she stayed by me for a while. So, but she's doing okay now. She's doing good. He will jump up in the windowsill, and there's not a lot of room. Like, it's not an easy thing to get into, either. But so there's maybe a couple inches, right, on of a windowsill once we slide our windows open this way, and they're rectangular. So they're not like a big ledge, essentially. But she will scramble up. She will take her claws and claw her way up the wall and onto this little space to look outside, feel the breeze on her face and everything. And she'll just stay up there for a little while before she decides she's done with it. But yeah, so when I hear this scrambling noise, I know it's her trying to claw and get up. This is also her technique for getting up on top of the bathroom counter. When there's either a small amount of space for her, or she doesn't think she can make it and jump, it's time for these claws to come out and scramble up. It's amazing. Also, I was playing Diablo 4 last night, and that's when she decided she needed attention. I'm like, I'm fighting monsters, kitty. And she doesn't care. Oh, I know something I wanted to talk about. That is tech related. Let me see if I can find the link. Again, you can ask whatever questions you would like at this point. Let's see, where did that go? Sorry, I'm trying to find a thing, and now I can't seem to find it. Talked about the other day, too. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So, Twitch at safety.twitch.tv/articles/crisis-prevention has this new thing up right here. Where you can type in, you can refine by locations, what you'd like help with, click for emergency services, and then there's all these with phone numbers, websites. You can click to send text, call, online chat, and it has a bunch of different ones here, depending on your needs. And, there's a lot here to choose from. And tips on finding a helpline, getting help, practicing self-care, how to respond to sensitive situations. And so, yeah, this is great that Twitch has provided these. So good job, Twitch, doing something good. People, again, that's safety.twitch.tv/s/articles/crisis-prevention. So yeah, I thought that was really great, especially because a lot of the charity work I do, if I'm running it and everything. It focuses on mental health if it's on this channel, usually. So I was very glad to see those. Up. See here, I'm just scrolling, kind of looking for other things. If anything else comes to mind. Oh, another sort of tech-related thing that is as sort of on the not good side of tech things is that the Internet Archive was hacked. And I don't know why you would go after the Internet Archive. They are a fantastic resource for all sorts of things, but someone did. And yeah, that was messed up. They got a bunch of password archive.org. They got a bunch of passwords and things, and it's an amazing public resource. I was sad that they lost their stuff. They are still offline. Did they remove something specific? They took passwords and email, and there was other things. So here's their website for when they come back. But there's probably other things they got into, and it's just down right now. Yeah, mostly a data breach. But I've used Internet Archive for years, just to find stuff. I know a lot of people used it for storing their podcasts. Yeah, I hope the site is intact as well. They are one of the very few internet sites where I can go, this leans towards the greater good category of things. Use the Wayback Machine to support me in an unemployment claim. Awesome. And I am sad that they were hacked. If there's a website that really didn't deserve it, it was probably Internet Archive. Because on the scale of probably mostly good, Internet Archive is sort of in that area. I can't say I know everything about them to verify all of that, but from what I've seen, that seems to be close to the case. And yeah, I was just kind of disappointed with that. Now let's see here. We gotta go on break because bot says break, so we will do that. Let's see if we can do something fun. I know you'll see the videos on my BRB screen, so enjoy those. They will hopefully bring a smile to your face. So watch those. I will also run an ad and be right back, about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll get into TTRPG and all the other things. Be right back. Rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects. They don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready, the one I gave you, and your lessons can begin. I held my pole and I completed a quest. Readying your...
I fear I've tainted your good name and the legacy of your show. So thank you.
Glad to have you here for those things.
Appreciate it.
I needed a good taint. So
Good night, everybody. And on that note.
And on that. This is where all the great stuff gets baked that you love.
I mean, I do enjoy getting baked.
Dope pastries and everything you could love. All in your tummies. Yeah. All right. Now the...
I'm gonna just let DC have this. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Boston creams and Long Johns and curlicues all come out, and they all like empty their contents on launched at all of you. Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
There's a theme here right now.
I honestly, I'm like, we are.
I
it is after dark here, so okay.
Yep.
17 plus a lot. So that's
What?
17 plus 6 is what?
My God.
23?
Question is, would I actually want to dodge a long john?
I'm gonna.
I mean,
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Oh! Well, there I go, blowing myself up again. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. So, I make a declarative statement, such as, Urban Bohemian is great. The council has spoken. There will be no arguing. Thank you. And there you have it. And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect.
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2 above.
Tyrion just turns to Punk and says, "I did warn you."
Question.
Yes.
Does this count as a humanoid dying?
No.
Just changing form. Dagnabbit, okay.
This was his magical girl transformation sequence. So.
Oh.
Take out the wooden stick. And go. I made mistakes. And with that, his size grows to 10 feet. His skin becomes a flaky crust. Skeletal wings of butter spread out from his back. And a rolling pin of necrotic energy forms in his hand.
Choices were made, and we respect.
Wow.
The pie missiles go from 2 to 4. There's 2 below his arms, 2 above.
Tyrion just turns to Punk and says, "I did warn you."
Question.
All right, welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing? Glad you stuck around through the break. Hello, Cypher. Hello, Springleaf. Welcome on in. Good to see you. We were talking talking mic arms earlier, so if you have any thoughts on them, we went over the Elgato Mic Arm Pro, the AverMedia Flexi Go, and the Logitech G Compass Premium Broadcast Boom Arm. So if you want info on those, go back, look at those, or if you have any thoughts on any of those, by all means, put them in chat. Or if you have an alternate mic arm that you really like, let me know, because that's the main topic for today, is mic arms. And so if you have any thoughts, opinions, ones that make your life easy and you don't think about them because they're just that much out of your way and convenient, I am looking at getting a new mic arm in the near future since Elgato announced their new one. And then I saw AverMedia's one, and I'm like, ooh, that might be the one. But then saw the Logitech one, and I'm like, well, there's some choices now. So when I get some monies, I'll probably be getting a new mic arm. All right, let's look at some other tech news related things today. If you have anything you want to talk about, the floor is open. We can talk about Hannah. We did that earlier as well, but I'll always talk about my cat. Let's see. Windows 11 had an update. And here's the article on Ars Technica. What was updated. My system updated last night. Seems to be... don't seem much broken, but there's an overview of some of the things that this latest Windows 11 update has. Oh, WordPad is also dead with this release, right? They were going to get rid of that because they expanded notepads. Use. This is tech and TTRPG related. We'll talk about this. And because Ars Technica had it up, and it was something I wanted to mention, Thunderfolk is a couch co-op tactical RPG. You play it with a phone, and you have it up on a monitor. And so it's kind of combining board games and video games and, like, mashing the two together. And it does seem interesting. And what you can do with it seems cool. Once it comes out, of course, we'll all be able to know how well it works. But there's missions you can go on and stuff, and it sounds fun. Could be pretty neat. So yeah, I had a friend who was a consultant on it, so yay. And we have some other friend TTRPG stuff to get into once we're into the more TTRPG stuff. Okay, Nintendo has a clock called Alarmo. $99. There you can find info on lots of websites, but again, since we're looking at Ars Technica right now, there's their article on it. And it also has motion sensors to detect when you move during sleep. So, yeah. And you can get different clock faces. And it just seems like a weird thing for Nintendo to come out with, but alright. You like it? It even has big friendly Nintendo fonts to choose from, so you know, it's a thing. What else do we have here? Turn the music back up a little. Not that loud. All right. Other tech stuff. Move on. Oh, this is interesting. This is post today over on Engadget. Steam now tells gamers up front that they're buying a license, not a game. Company appears to be getting ahead of a California law going into force next year, according to the subtitle of the article. And the California law is one that forces companies to admit that buyers don't actually own digital content. It's iTunes all over again, yeah. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of these notices on your digital products, just to fit within the California law. Still a lot of Prime Day deal articles, and just gotta kind of scroll past. Yeah, it was Prime Day a couple days ago. Well, or they did the double Prime Day again. All right. So now we'll break into some TTRPG things that I'm aware friends are doing. So we have Broken Door Entertainment doing a superhero RPG called Paragons. And that has some cool people behind it. So check it out. I like superhero RPG stuff, so TTRPGs. You can check it out there. They're at just over 13,000 of their 15,000 goal. So if you can help them reach it, they got 12 more days of their Kickstarter. So there, we already talked about Thunderfolk, so we don't need to go over that again. Let's see. What else do we have coming up? Anything else? Anyone doing in the TTRPG space this weekend? Because I'm looking. here. Well, if you know of anything, please put it in chat. And just a second here. Cat's meowing. Hold on. Alright, guess she was meowing just to meow. That, and let's see, what else do we have? Oh, Thursday, so yesterday, D&D released a video on their YouTube about the Dungeon Master Guide. Specifically, they called it DM's Toolkit. And it's a whole section about running games and random charts for settlements and things like that, and just enhancing your world, descriptions of how traps work, everything. So even if you're not interested in D&D, it might be a good book to pick up just for those resources it provides, because I've done that before. I picked up a book just because, well, it's got some cool things in it that adds to the overall tabletop role-playing experience. So yeah, there's quite a large section about trap descriptions and various other things, settlement tables. You know, what's that building over there? You roll for it, and there's a table that tells you what it is. So that sounded pretty cool. Again, you can check it out on the D&D YouTube if you want to know more. And oh, what's this? Let's see. Someone who is running the Ghostbusters RPG, because apparently there was an Ghostbusters TTRPG released back in 1986. Looks like next week they're doing a raising funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals via Extra Life. So if you want to know more on that, here's the article. Let's see, what else do we have today? Anna, are you down here yet? Just meowing a long ways away. Sure. No, I just looked at all those. That's nothing. Okay, if you're interested in the Pendragon TTRPG, Chaosium has launched a community content program there's that. That's one of the many TTRPG PDFs I have that I have not yet read in my large folder of TTRPG PDFs. Because I kept getting bundles and just sticking them in the folder. At least I individually labeled what TTRPG was, and they each have their own folder, so it's not just, a mass of collection. It's still a big collection, but at least they have their own folders. Let's see here. What else do we have? Is this? All right, we're gonna figure out what this thing is. Okay, well, if you're interested, I will link this. It is a card deck that has dice numbers on them. So they have D20s, and each side of a die being an individual card. 72 total cards. Here's the Kickstarter for it. So if that is something you'd be interested in, it's available. Right. I do like the name Deca Dice, though. That's pretty good. Okay, get out of that. Right. Yeah, that'll wrap up most of the... Yeah, I don't hate it either. It's... Let's see. That's it. Right. What time do we have here? Oh, we got plenty of time. Good bot. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's see what else. Oh, today is National Coming Out Day. Completely switching topics. So, yay. When I came out, it was a message on Twitter. It was a January 1st, a few years ago, or something like that, after midnight, and I just put hi, H-I, bye, B-I, on it, and yeah, it's a Twitter message a few years ago, and that was me coming out to everybody, and, I didn't have as many followers as I did when I posted that, so it got a couple of views, and things like that, but yeah, that was it. I had never really talked about it before that or anything. Yeah. But it is National Coming Out Day, so if you have, yay. If you're nervous about doing it, you don't have to yet. Just know there are a lot of resources for you. If you do need help, we talked about the Twitch mental health things earlier. Should you need any of those, Take This has a huge section on that. And, if you're not comfortable with it, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to. It's all up to you, right? Don't let anyone pressure you. So yeah, yay for National Coming Out Day. That's fantastic. Let's see. I'm just checking other things while we're talking. Again, any tech questions, anything? We got around 20 minutes or so left in stream. So if there's anything you want to talk about, please type it in the chat. That now I'm thinking of comic books. I don't know why my brain's going to comic books. There's the new X-Men titles out, which I still need to get. And then in excuse me a second, allergies are acting up. Comics, you're so far behind, still in Krakoa era, pre-fall. Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't caught up with X-Men in quite a while, so I'm just starting in on the new stuff again, and so I'm catching up via articles on the internet, things. Panicked the other day when couldn't find both your new PHB editions. Now I know where they are and need to take some time to read through new things. Yeah, so much to read. It is. I got both my PHB editions sitting over on the shelf, and I'm very happy with a lot of stuff in there. It's so good. But yeah, comics, and we'll get back to the PHB things. So I'm looking forward to that. To getting those. Might go to the comic shop tomorrow. That might be the tomorrow journey. And then I think it's November next month, there's going to be a question mini series that leads into the new Justice League stuff coming up. And I also want to catch up with the Justice Society of America because they just had a 12-issue run as well. Need to get your reading list together, get caught up, mostly do digital. Yeah, same. But sometimes I need an excuse to get out, and I use my local comic book shop. But there is a question one, and I need to get caught up with the Justice Society of America because they just did a 12-issue run that supposedly is pretty good. So I want to get that before the new Justice League Society stuff comes out and the new Justice League things. And I'll probably read the first couple story arcs of those and then feel overwhelmed and stop for a while again. But yeah, I've been going back to the new PHB rules. I've been incorporating that into my Spelljammer game. I had everyone remake their characters using as many 2024 rules as possible. Some characters have to stick with 2014 rules because there wasn't new 2024 material yet out for their particular subclass. So we did a mashing, and we took most of a session to do that, and that went fairly well. And we are working our way through it, and new options are fun. I tell my players now that if they because they are going through the astral sea and there's such long distances between things, I go, okay, you have tools now, and you can make things with these tools. So while you're sailing for 2 weeks or whatever, is there anything you'd like to do with your tools? Because every tool has something you can make with it, right? Depending on materials and, if your DM wants to allow it and all that. But yeah, so I just remind them of the opportunity, and then remembering weapon masteries is a thing. I think only one of my players has weapon masteries available to them, and so she has to think of, okay, I attacked, and now I can use this weapon property, because it also matters what order you use some weapon properties in, and you can kind of double up on properties if you use them in the right order, or weapon masteries. And so it takes a little bit of time, and that's just going to be something that'll take a while to get used to. But they're very fun. They're very, very fun. They add extra things to the enemies and give you a little more flavor on your character. That's excellent, and I'm looking forward to all the stuff in the DMG. Like I said earlier, it's probably just a neat book to pick up as general tools for anything you run. If you pick up nothing else 5th edition, and you run TTRPGs, it probably will be a handy book to have. I'm looking forward to it. I've also made a few characters using the new rules. My one friend is taking over one of the home games I play in from another person who just doesn't have the time to do it anymore. And so I recreated my character just using the 2024 rules. And it's helpful because she needs to know them for, she does a lot of DMing with Baldman Games and does some Adventure League stuff. And so they all gotta be in on the 2024 rules. So having that extra person that has to know the rules as well, and because part of one of my many jobs that I need to know the 2024 rules. But it's nice to have someone else there that also I can go, okay, how's this working now? And when we come up to a new thing, I'm like, okay, this is new thing. Let's read through it. And eventually it'll be a lot smoother as we get used to the new things. But, the new exhaustion mechanic, how surprise works. They're a lot better, but they're just different, and so it's going to take a while to get those into the brain after 10 years of using the rules a certain way. Oh, I was switching topics completely again. I was looking at getting some other gunners because I like the new clear view lens, but I see they have something called mineral glass, but that's even more money than just the clear view lens. Let's see here. Clear Pro, that's what they call it. So I don't want, I like these. It'd be not prescription, but I am kind of liking these. Again, it's, you know, one of those things. When I have the monies, but the Pacificas with the Clear Pro tint, I think those look good. Their newest stuff is mineral glass lens, and oh boy, they look neat, but they are that. I imagine you just need to pay for a prescription when it's truly a professional need. Yeah, like I have, you know, right now I have my regular glasses for when I'm driving and just out, and I can't tell you how much these help my eyes with, especially because I have my 2 key lights coming in on me, and I can actually, you know, look up and read everything. I don't have to kind of squint downwards. But yeah, you know, just a new look. And the Pacifica isn't, for non-prescription, that's not a bad price. That's it. Oh, speaking of eye things, next Monday I do have an eye appointment. Just a regular checkup, and don't think it'll interrupt stream, but it depends on how well my eyes readjust, because they dilate my pupils. So stream on Monday, maybe not. I don't know. Usually I just take the day off and go, I'm not looking at a thing. Because it takes a few hours for my eyes to get back to normal, because then light just hurts. But you have a pair of gunners that you like? Yeah, I like these. I do like these quite a bit. But I saw those, and I like it's mainly for the clear view lens, so that I get some light blocking, and also I can see colors without the yellowish tint in front of my eyes. So that's the main reason behind it, is just they say their Clear Pro is better color accuracy, how they're meant to be seen. So yeah, I think I would like some that have that lens technology in them. And out of what's available with the Clear Pro, I like the Pacifica, that kind of rounded look. I haven't had a rounded lens in a while. You know, whereas these are more rectangular. The Pacifica are more ovals. There is an OBS plugin I wanted to mention that is still early on in today. Need to go through gunners and see what's current. None are prescription though. Yeah. Yeah, gunners are great. I like them a lot. There is an OBS plugin to be aware of. It's still early days for it, so maybe don't download it right now. But it's by Exceldro, one of the people who make most of the top OBS plugins that you're likely to use. And it's called the Source Profiler plugin. And there's Exceldro's tweet about it. And what it does is it shows you how much memory each thing you have in OBS is taking up. Each individual source and scene in that source, and yeah. So right now it's on version 0.0.3, so maybe hold off on it a little bit, but just be aware it's a thing, and I will most likely be getting it once there's kind of a full release for it, after it gets through going through its beta stuff. That'll be very handy. Well, out of new plugins I've seen, that one has my attention. And as I said, StreamerBot seems to be delivering a lot of beta updates recently, so they'll have a new full release, I'm sure, in the maybe early next month, coming weeks. So usually when they do a bunch of beta releases, all like day after day, week after week, that means they're getting ready for another full release. And that seems to be the case right now. So if you use StreamerBot, look for that, and we'll go over what they update when they have it updated. And let's see here, OBS 31. There's a beta for it, but it's on the horizon. And there's a couple neat things in there that I've seen. Again, once that comes out and out of beta, go over that as well. Let's see what else. I think there was another. Talked about that mini microphone earlier, and let me see if there's any other YouTube videos that have caught my interest. Where did the option go? The videos I watch later. There it is. One more thing we can talk about that's tech related. I saw. Get these up. Keep wondering what the next big streamer advance will be. Whether plugins that make it easier on users or some new gimmick we'll all want to incorporate. Yeah, me too. There seems to be a need for a new thing. Eventually, let me shorten the link because, wow. All right, these things are HDMI dummy plugs, and they basically plug it in And there's, one's in 4K, one's in 2K, one in 1080p. Excuse me a moment. And what they do is trick your PC into thinking there's another monitor there. And so the use case I saw in this video, he was talking about how he uses them in churches, but there's something called presenter software that some churches use, and that needs a second monitor. So you could even do this with PowerPoint, and then you capture the signal these things put out in OBS as a source, because since Windows thinks it's a monitor, OBS will think it's a monitor, and you can just put it up as a source without actually having a monitor. So you could have your Note PowerPoint on one monitor, and then the actual PowerPoint going out through this plug thing without carrying around an extra monitor with you. And so I was starting to think of other uses that these could be good for. Sometimes these would be used in networking applications where you have, just racks of stuff, and you don't want a physical monitor for each rack. You just plug these in and tell one thing to look at this source and look at this thing, and then it comes up as if it were a monitor, instead of having, to constantly move a monitor plug between things or anything. You just plug one of these into the back. And there's different packs, like I said. So you can get 4K, you can get a pack that's, a 4K, a 2K, and a 1080p, or you can just get 1080p or just 2K. There's a variety to choose from. So yeah, these were kind of cool. And so if you just don't have the space for another monitor, and yet you need another monitor, and you have a way to view that input on your screen, for example, like using a capture in OBS, a display capture window in OBS, you could use one of these. As long as you have a free HDMI port on your machine. It'd be very handy for remote work too. Share a screen but limit it to the virtual. Yeah. Some people share way too much. I can't send you a snarky DM if everyone can see it, right? All right, it's about dinner time for me, so we have some time left. If there's any other questions, you want to talk about anything else, let's do it. Looking for anything else of interest. Oh, right, food. Yeah. I might. Maybe I go to the bar later. Haven't been in a few weeks. It's a LGBTQ owned bar, so it's a friendly space. And a slightly safer space, so. Thanks for going over the mic arms. Think about swapping something out for kitchen use. Yeah! Trying to get Evermedia to send me that new mic arm. Well, they should, because I want to know your thoughts on it. Love White Cover on Tech Friday. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Good to know. Good to know people like the content. Yeah, like I said, as far as mic arms go, the Avermedia one is a bit in the lead just because of the way it can position, and you know, I'm looking at my desk. I want to put it where this mic arm here is sort of, you know, towards the front of the desk and underneath the monitors. You might want to move the mic arm over next to me here on my this is my left. I know it doesn't look like my left to you, but this is my left. Over here, so I can have it up here and closer to me, and being able to adjust it just so it's out of the way of me reaching for my mixer or one of my stream decks. Would be very... Oh, hey, we have kitty time. Kitty's here, so we will have kitty time. We gotta do the initial pets, and then we do the grab. Initial pets. Okay, you know what's coming. There we go. Everyone gets kitty time. Hi, Hannah. Hi, kitty. Tell everyone how I was putting sheets on my bed and you had to jump up on them and help? Yeah? Yeah? You had to make sure I was doing it right? Yeah. There you go. Thank you for joining us. Then, of course, Hannah had to go under my bed for a while I was putting sheets on it. But you were very helpful, weren't you? Yes. Yes. Yes, your meowing contributions to the putting on of sheets, very useful. All right, let's see who's on for a raid. And let's see here. Well, and Avermedia, send one Tanya that mic arm. Do it. Kitty. What you doing back there? Yeah, go behind the green screen a second. All right, trying to see who's on. Let's... You know what? Luke McKay is still going, doing art, and has a squirrel cam up. It's delightful. So we'll go visit Luke. Don't know Luke, he's a fabulous artist. Does a lot of the drawings. D&D Beyond. The D&D Beyond comics that you see. And make sure he's still going. Yep, the squirrel cam's still live. He's on a break, but we'll go in, say hello. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, I will potentially see you all on Monday. It might be Tuesday again. I have eye appointment where people's dilated and I may just not want to stream at all because light will hurt my eyes. So we're going to go over, but have yourselves a great weekend. I'm going to go have some dinner. Please be kind to others. Be kind to yourselves. And I will hope to see you either Monday or Tuesday for more Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. That's been a very fun game. And stay tuned for the raid. That helps me out a lot. and have a great weekend. Bye.